to politics and the 2027 race. Former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has solidified his intention to run for president in 2027 as number one, firmly ruling out the possibility of accepting a vice presidential slot. Obi made the declaration while campaigning for the African Democratic Congress candidates in Abuja's area council elections over the weekend. Let's take a look.
Please, your support in AMAC is critical to our journey. I am involved. I'm contesting the next election, and I'm contesting as a number one. When I come back, you will see it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, Peter Obi's declaration comes as he criticized President Tinubu's international engagements this January. In a lengthy post on X, Obi had questioned why the president spent 23 days abroad across two separate trips while Nigeria grappled with mounting kidnappings, insecurity, and two national grid collapses. The president had returned to the country over the weekend after his state visit to Turkey, which began last Tuesday with the goal of strengthening economic ties between both countries. Tinubu made headlines after he tripped and fell on a blue carpet during the Guard of Honor inspection in Ankara while walking alongside Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The president arrived at Abuja's Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport on Saturday evening to a crowd of senior government officials lined up to receive him, a spectacle that has sparked heated debate online. Well,
first, let me just say that protocol formats differ from one country to the other. What they do in other countries is not what they do in other countries. So every country has its own format. However, what we have in Nigeria is what is called the Kabiyesi syndrome. Our leaders in political positions, they've also inherited this idea that if you are a leader, either you are a governor, even a local government chairman, something as ordinary as even ordinary councillor, you are considered a traditional ruler. You have the first-class rulers in government, you have the third-class rulers, and you have the baales within the traditional hierarchy. And all of them, they just like to be, worshipped. So it's a cultural thing. And then, of course, our people, politicians, political appointees, they add to it by doing a lot of eye service. People who should stay in their offices and be doing serious work, they will follow the president to the airport. They will receive him when he arrives. They will leave the work. In fact, somebody should do a study. It will be a good master's student thesis to find out how much time is devoted to psychophancy, just going to say, Kabiyesi, Kabiyesi, at every time. In fact, do you know that some Nigerian governors, they leave their states? If it is a 3-day trip by the president, they will see him off. They will wait for him to return, for them to be seen, and then they will receive him again, and then shortchanging their people.
In fact, I've seen an artist make like a huge monument of the governors doing with the handshake.
So, but I think it's also the personal choice of the president. Another president can just say, look, I don't want this crowd. You people stay in your offices.
Exactly.
When I return, I just come back. You can come and see me in the residence. Not for them to use petrol that we, the long-suffering people of Nigeria, bought with our money to go to the airport and back just to say, welcome, sir. No, it's a Kabiyesi syndrome that should be addressed.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Staying on Nigerian news abroad, the Nigerian High Commission in South Africa on Monday settled its outstanding utility debt after the city of Swane disconnected its electricity supply. The disconnection was announced in a post on X by Mayor Nasifi Moya as part of the city's campaign targeting major debtors, eliciting a flurry of reactions online, with many raising questions about Nigeria's diplomatic missions abroad, as this marks the third time in recent years that a Nigerian facility in South Africa has faced power disconnection over unpaid bills. I'll take a post on X by Buchi, who wrote, when Tinubu reportedly spends over 34 billion naira on foreign trips in just 2 years, the real problem facing Nigeria becomes obvious. It's not that the country lacks funds, it's that those in power choose to put personal comfort first. Public resources are drained through reckless spending, while every sector of national life continues to deteriorate. I mean, this tweet follows a new Punch investigation report, which revealed that the presidency spent at least 34 billion on foreign exchange purchases for international trips over a 2-year period from 2024 to 2025. The report, which reviewed Nigeria's public payments portal, GovSpend.com, found the transaction included foreign currencies for official trips, flight operations, ESTA codes, and logistics for top officials, international engagements, while the presidential air fleet accounted for several multi-billion naira transactions on certain days alone. Rufai, we're seeing this sort of conversation out there. 34 billion naira.
Why would you be surprised in a country that lacks accountability? Most of these trips are personal trips. Mr. Bayo Ononuga again came out to tell us that President Tinubu was going to Europe, as if we are daft fools in this country. We're going to Europe. Europe be a continent.
We eventually saw him in France.
Wait now. You know, the person that they are bringing the wife to come and meet doesn't stretch neck.
Take it down.
Let's take it down. Then after some time, when they felt they wanted to impress themselves, not us, the president now have a private dinner with the president of the same private dinner that they couldn't even get a proper picture, that they use AI to spruce up and make the picture look better. They didn't get a proper cameraman with the picture. You know, we first dragged down before they finally admitted that it was AI that they used, and I released the picture. Then he now stayed there. He stayed there for the first 15 days of the year. He now went to Abu Dhabi. As he went to Abu Dhabi, he came back. 8 days later, he went again. In the month of January, just 8 days. 15 days out. The question Nigerians have not asked is, what did he go and do?
Is it 15 days out? Peter Obi said it was 23 days out.
No, 8 days. He only spent 8 days
in
Nigeria. The first 15 days,
yes,
and the remaining days.
Yes, so they said in a total
tomorrow,
23 days. Yeah?
He spent our money, he spent our forex, he spent our fuel, and that plane, very big, Airbus. They drink fuel. He spent all of our fuel. He paid parking charges with our money for a private holiday. What did he go do? I'm sure they took the picture so that they would say, hey, you are talking to the president of Rwanda, investment working trip. That's what they would. What is he always going to do in France? At least we have a right to ask that. How will they pay South African consulate money, where most of the money is being used to run the president? 34 billion. I made the calculation, Oji. 34 billion will build close to 300 schools.
Right.
More, basic level schools. Close to 300 schools. That's what the president, he has just burnt it. He can't account for it.
Okay. All right.
So we are asking, what country do we want? If we say all of this now, the next Baron will come. He will tweet, foolish boy. Foolish boy.
Yeah.
I want to say something quickly on